I have a viewer. I don't get it.
See, it does almost look smaller on this side.
It is, right?
It's smaller.
So.
This middle piece is like wider. This middle piece
Hold on,
needs to be
don't
wider.
show that on camera. But okay, what? Let's see the height though.
The height's fine. It's just the middle piece needs
Height's
to be
the
wider.
same.
The middle
Middle
piece needs
piece.
to be wider. See, this is crimped the same way.
Why does this have such a stiffness to it?
It's just the type of faux leather they used.
Oh yeah, it's faux leather.
This is a little thin for what I would want ours
So
to be.
what? Add an
But-
inch.
Like, this leather's a little thin for what we are going to want to sew, I think, realistically. But we also need to have lining on the inside, too.
Hold on.
By the way, we need to practice this before we sew on this piece, the middle piece. We have to sew on, like, a little eyelet here, you know? So that we can...
Oh, do we not have that still?
No, it's a piece of leather you make. You understand?
Where's the tape measure?
It's...
Remember I brought it in there?
Yeah, I know where it's at. I want to see if my wallet fits in here. Because on that other bag I have, my wallet fits perfectly in. The truth is we don't want the exact amount either. You know?
Well, yeah, but it still needs to be. Here, no, come here.
For experiment
Hold on.
purposes.
Hold on. What are you doing? Hold on. Trying to get the exact width of it. 2.5 inches. That's what I.
Bro, yeah. Did you do that correctly on this one?
What? How's that possible? Really?
Well, our stitching is more in than this one. Like, look how thick.
So I guess when you're stretching it out, it is about the same, right? Let me see it.
Yeah, because look, the stitching is pretty at the edge here.
Yeah, there should be right on it. Huh. So I guess the width is the same. But they're like scored just much tighter, right?
Yeah. Also, this top piece, they have some sort of lining on the inside here that they made, and then they do the plaid on top of that.
All right. Well, what do you want to do with this one? I need to eat lunch. You want to try to bevel?
Yeah, I can. I think, you're supposed to, like, paint the edges of choking on it and do that.
You have it?
Just bevel it on your own. I think eventually one of the first machines we need to buy when we're looking to buy machines is we need to buy the edge beveler. Because that girl in the YouTube video said by doing it by hand takes way too long and it's kind of tedious and annoying and it doesn't look as pretty. And I agree. It doesn't look as pretty at all when you bevel it by hand or as neat. So eventually we're going to have to get an edge beveler. But I can do this for now. It just seals, like makes the edges look more uniform. But you really should, before we do this, actually, this is something else. This isn't beveling. This is the beveler, and this is what I don't understand how to do. Maybe. I see people do this in videos. It's so that you can get your edges perfect. They like take this piece, essentially, and they like take it at the edge, and they like peel off a little bit of the edge beyond the seam. But I can't get it to do that. It doesn't like cut the leather the way that you would expect it to. But it's just to keep the whole edge like uniform. You know what I mean? People do it after they sew. I've
Have
seen
you
people
just
do it.
YouTubed how to bevel?
Yes, but it's not as simple as like looking at a video of it.
It is. Let's just YouTube it.
Because like I can't even get this to like hook on or cut into this in any way.
Right. So I mean, there's got to be some pointers.
hopeless.
If it's not coming natural to you, then
Oh, maybe that's how you do it.
that's all it took.
I don't know. No, it's I'm definitely not doing this freaking right.
Okay. Well then don't mess up the perch. Why don't you just look it up?
Because I've looked it up before and I know exactly what they're doing and the different things, but I can't replicate it. I've seen a million videos of people doing it at this point.
I know, but you're not watching a how-to video. You're just watching their process. So like, if somebody's like, "Well, here's how you
Okay, fine.
whatever." Put it on the TV. Or on the computer. We need to get the computer out anyway, so that we can turn on the chat. In case there
The TV
is
for now.
ever a chat. Huh?
I'm gonna do the TV for now.
Why? The TV's probably not even connected to the internet.
Why would the TV not be
Because
connected?
that's just how stupid it is.
I already have the TV going.
And it's not connected.
I want to see this closer up. I don't want to be watching it on the computer.
Well, then you're gonna have to restart the TV. Unless it's 1 in a million and you get lucky. You're lucky. Baby. Pisses me off.
Yeah. She knew. You
Is
have
this
to-
good content, us watching this?
You have to bevel the edges and then you have to sand them essentially with the, I forget what it's called, it's a different tool, the one I had, the wooden thing, edge.
Where's the computer?
It's right here.
How to bevel leather.
It's interesting how things work out sometimes, because not only are all these bevelers the ones that I specifically used in order from when I started, they're also all very different bevelers. So the first ever beveler that I used was this very simple, straightforward, handy leather beveler. It's a great beveler because
Is that the
it's
one?
flat and easy to sharpen,
I just
and
understand
because
that
it
it's
has
just-
a
it's a
straight
Slightly different.
across
Same
There's
concept.
different heads on mine,
means it
you
takes
can
off
switch
a
out
bit
what size you
more
want.
right at the center, which allows you to more easily bevel outside curves, which is great if you're a beginner. The drawback is your cuts are all going to be squared off, so you're going to have to burnish it up to make it round.
Alloy, why are you
These
trying
other two
to?
bevelers have a curved cutting edge already, so they have a nicer finish on those bevels. Most of the time you can just sharpen and polish this beveler with a straw and
Really,
jeweler's
Alloy?
rouge. But if they get really bad, you can always break out the sandpaper and then hit them with the jeweler's rouge. All I had kicking around here was 600 grit sandpaper, which was fine, but usually I would want at least 800 or higher.
Alloy, are you actually watching? If you're actually watching, then if you respond to
Quite a
this,
while, and
then I will
finally
follow your
graduated,
friend.
If you could call it that, to these.
So what I just said, 'cause then I'll know you're actually
I
watching.
got sold on the pro bevels. Not a huge fan of how these look. They bevel really nicely and they sharpen fairly easily. You just need a thick piece of leather for this giant size one. And all you're doing is beveling your edge,
See, that's
using
what they're
your
doing.
jeweler's
See,
rouge on
here.
the edge and then stropping it back in the same shape as it just beveled.
You missed
Pretty easy.
the first.
Rewind it then.
You'll see him do it with other parts.
Okay.
So honestly, I find those craft tool bevelers horrific looking. They bevel just fine, they feel just fine in the hand. I just don't like the rubber and the big scrolled across them Craft Tool Pro. It just makes them look cheap to me, even if they aren't. So when I discovered these incredible works of art from Odin, all I had to hope was that they beveled as good as they looked. Now remember, as usual, I will have links to all the tools from this video down below in the description, and as an added bonus, checking out those links helps this channel out. Odin sells a specific sharpener just for these that I assume can be used on all sorts of other bevelers. So if you have a keen beveler, which is for me a beveler with a groove, probably because I saw that at Tandy Leather first, it's called a keen beveler. I don't know if that's even actually what it's called. You may want to pick up one of these. Now, I do not sharpen right over whatever the hell that is, nor are you supposed to. Make sure you use varying grits of sandpaper, just like you were sharpening the beveler at the beginning of this video. And on both of these, I'm just using a little bit of sewing machine oil.
What are they doing?
Use whatever oil they have lying around. I do end up flipping it over at the end and giving it one strop, just to make sure there's no burrs.
You see how it cuts
Smooth
off
like
the
butter.
thin piece?
Now here's the little trick
So,
I
like,
have for you
easy,
guys, especially
I
if
get
you're
it now.
using thin straps and trying to get your bevel. And they're
It's like the
really
knife
all over
bit, you just
place.
have to
All
push
you
it in
do
hard.
is lock a straight edge down on the side of your table.
Doesn't
Use
work
that.
when I try to do it.
I'll try it.
I see people usually do it after, so.
I'll just
Finish on those bevels. Most of the time, you can just sharpen and polish this beveler with a straw and jeweler's rouge. But if they get really bad, you can always break out the sandpaper and then hit them with the jeweler's rouge. All I had kicking around here was 600 grit sandpaper, which was fine, but usually I'll want at least 800 or higher. I used that specific design of Tandy bevelers for quite a while, and then I finally graduated, if you could call it that, to these Craft
No.
Tool Pro.
Okay.
I think I got some. You can always break out the sandpaper and then
You just do it super fast?
Yeah, watch.
all I had kicking around here was 600 grit sandpaper, which was fine, but usually I'll want at least 800 or higher. I used that specific design of Tandy bevelers for quite a while, and then I finally graduated.
Alright, let's try it.
Okay, so I have different sizes that go on this thing, but this one is just the one I randomly picked. We have got like four offers for it. I have like this one. This is kind of thick though that we're doing because it's two stacked on top of each other. It's like 8, so I did the biggest one. It's like 8. I'm saying like 8. You know what I mean? 8 milligrams.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Wonder if that's too much for this.
But I saw them do it on that other first video. That was similar style, remember? They did this after they sewed. Or maybe, I don't think you do it before you sew, because you still have to sew it together, and then it's going to be uneven once you sew. You know? It's to get the edges even.
I don't know, I'm feeling I'm just screwing your stuff up. I wish I could do it on the crappy first, but
Crappy burst. You like this one better? you what I was doing. I was starting to work.
Not it. You're separating the glue. That's not it. Let me keep going at it. Maybe it's over down this way.
Let me look this up on ChatGPT. ChatGPT.
You're screwing up the edges is all that's happening right now.
It's supposed to
There's
be edges
just
nice.
no way. There's no way that this is gonna fit through. I don't think it's got a deep enough groove.
Yeah. So this isn't gonna work, right?
It said to. It said it would work. It said heavy duty of like the Tandy Craft.
This is heavy duty?
This is the Tandy Craft.
Cause this says standard or beginner
It
beveler
didn't say that.
will struggle.
This is the
Did you
Tandy
read down here?
heavy duty bevelers like Tandy Craft Tool Pro.
Pro. Yeah.
What is
Is
that?
this pro? Probably not.
I'm gonna look it up. Give it a second. This is literally what I got there. Pro. That's a heat gun printer. That's not the same thing.
That was the one you had, wasn't it?
Beveler. That's the one that they're saying.
What is this one?
It's the one she recommended to me. It's like the
Yeah, I'm not upset, babe. I'm just trying to determine what it is we have.
Craft Tool
Okay, so we just have craft.
5-in-1 straight edge beveler.
Well, I just screwed your shit up for no reason.
I don't see how this one, babe, would be any tougher than the one we currently have.
I do. I absolutely do. And it has a deeper, like this is not deep. You see this?
Yeah.
Or we're limited by the space there.
So, hold on.
I think.
So, when making a purse, at what stage do we bevel the edges?
Freaking beveled them alright. Damn. This is a good purse too.
If edges are exposed, like strap edges, flap edges, or gussets, maybe don't mess with it.
Just not making it all the way.
Okay, don't slam it down like that. You're
I
upsetting me.
didn't slam anything down.
Okay, so it says,
It's all recorded, so
listen.
the people will see.
Listen here. It says if edges are exposed, like flap edges, strap edges, or gussets, you bevel before assembly. So that would be like stuff that's unexposed, like, like the front flap and stuff. If edges are sewn and then burnished, like body seams or layered panels, you bevel after stitching and edge sanding when the pieces are glued and stitched together and the edges are trimmed and even. This gives a clean, rounded finish once the edges are. So, cut and bevel individual pieces if needed, especially flaps and straps. Glue and stitch body panels or seams. Trim and sand edges flush. Bevel the joined edge. Dye, burnish, and finish. That's the order.
So what, we skipped the sanding step?
I guess the sanding step is this thing, but I thought that came after.
ChatGPT is not perfect, so.
Yeah, it's not, because this comes after, because then if you sand this before you cut the edges off, then you're gonna have to resand the edges again to make them look nice.
Yeah,
That
it's
doesn't
not
make any
perfect. You can
sense.
ask him, be like, wait, are you sure?
I'd be like, whoops. Yeah, we gotta get the Beveler Pro or whatever.
so this, no, before you do this, what you have to do is you have to sand the edges flat
Okay.
so that it's easier to cut them. And then after
So that's a sander that's on there.
yes, after you do the bevel, the bevel is what you were just trying to do.
Yeah.
You have to then dye the edge if you want it dyed, if you want it colored. And then you do your burnish, which is this at the very end. You burnish it and you use like the sealant, Tokonol or whatever it is. So this is the last step. This is the middle step. And before this, you sand the edges to try to make them even and to cut them.
Okay.
And if you're doing this on like a front flap, you do it before you sew it on. Something that's not sewn at the edge together, like if it was like a front flap at the bottom, you
So
would
you
just
think-
do this
but you don't-
beforehand, before you sew it. But if it's edges that get sewn together, you have to do it at the end. You know what I mean?
Right. So like the flap, yeah, okay, so, the sanding the edges though,
Because it would be really hard to do it after you sew the
sanding
flap
the
on.
edges though, you think that after we do that, this bevel's gonna work? Cause I don't.
I don't know.
I think this bevel's too weak.
Well, it's too weak for these edges, not probably the front flap, you know, because that's just one, like, 4mm thing. This is 2 4mm things glued and sewn together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this in total is 8mm. I think we need to watch that video of them making the purse again and be like, what were they doing in the steps of order of what they were doing? Because we were just watching them sew and how they did that, but I want to see like the order.
Alright, you
that
keep
they
working
put
on
together.
that and I'll see if I can find that. Do you remember what it's called?
Hemlock and Hide is the channel. Okay, I'm sanding them down and it's working to sand them and make them flatter against each other.
Yeah.
For sure, this sander is working.
Hemlock and Hide, you said?
Yeah.
Hey, they streamed 2 hours ago.
That's cool. I like her purses. I think they're super good quality. They're kind of what I'm looking to try to do, something along those lines at least, in terms of the quality
Oh,
and craftsmanship.
Did you look up the Edge guide when it was gonna be here?
I did, but there wasn't a shipping
Okay,
on
got
there.
it, got it. Okay, do you remember what that video is called?
It was an older video. It was called like making the something bag.
Making a Shelby?
Yeah, that's it.
On how I was going to sew it together. And I really wanted the top side of the stitch to be visible on the inside of the bag, and that way the back side of the stitch, which is usually less pretty, is kind of sandwiched between the inside of the gusset and the exterior wall of the
At the
bag
beginning, I
itself, so
think
you
he
can see it.
bevels and paints the
And it just
edges
makes
for
things
all the
much
parts that
easier
aren't sewn
to sew
together.
it together.
And then they do it for all the parts that are sewn together after.
And once they're sewn together, I actually will turn them inside out. The reason I do that is just to get the seam to kind of sit exactly where I want it. You can see when I turn it back inside out, it looks really clean and you get that perfect oval. Now I'm going to be hand stitching the interior clasp or closure in place. This is, even in this example, the way that I am, so I took, you could just burnish them, you could
I do want to show you,
paint
look,
them,
Nate, this is like when I'm sanding
and then
it.
there's a whole world
Look,
within
it like-
that. You could do contrasting
Here's the
paint or
difference.
matching paint,
Here's
whatever
before,
it might
or
be.
this is after, and this is before, like sanding.
But
Yeah,
we
looks
landed
definitely way better.
on sanding, beveling, burnishing,
Show the camera.
and painting most of our edges. Actually, the interior
this is when I
pieces
sand it,
right there, I just
and this is
sand,
or
bevel,
this is when I
burnish,
haven't
paint it.
here,
So
and
being
this is
on
when I
the inside
have.
of the bag, it's gonna get a lot of wear and tear, and I just didn't think it made sense to be adding paint to that. And to be honest, it's kind of a waste of time because you're not really seeing it except for when you're taking your things in and out. I am beveling off the edge there. So what that means
So
is
she
when you
sanded,
sand an
now
edge,
she's beveling.
you kind of get
So she sanded like
this
I'm doing
little
right now.
mushroom
Yeah.
effect, and you want to cut that little lip off that it creates. And the beveler that I'm using there is a Palo Santo beveler, edge beveler. Highly, highly recommend them. They're incredibly sharp and work extremely well. I remember the first time I tried to use one, after using a really crappy one for a long time, I just started laughing because of how easy it was. The beveler that I'm using there is a Palo Santo beveler, edge beveler.
Oof.
Why is there 4?
Different sizes.
Can I just buy one? I guess we don't know what.
Size you'll need for any given piece of leather. I mean, we'll probably need different sizes for different parts of the purse. So I sanded this edge that was really messed up from us trying to bevel it. People do this sometimes with sandpaper, by the way, the sanding of the edges, too.
Yeah, these are all the reviews say this is as smooth as butter, so to get the bevel.
We don't have to buy it right this second. Why don't we wait till we're in a
For what?
what?
Wait for what?
I just know like
We're not buying
Still-
it from our own account.
okay. How are you gonna justify that as a bounce house expense?
Oh, that's a good point. No, you're right about that. You're right about that. Huh. That's a good point.
With the sewing machine we
We
could.
like need a credit card for this.
Dang it. Well, I don't want to buy any other beveler, honestly.
No, I think. Yeah.
Okay, we can see if this one works, I guess. Shittily.
Where is this?
How did she sand her purse edges before beveling? Did she have a machine for it?
Yep.
So I could see this being a big time suck. This is what my grandpa used to do.
You probably did.
Wayne, are you seeing this?
It's in the chat.
Once we're good at working with leather, I like to make my dad a holster for his birthday one year.
What?
I'd like to make my dad a holster. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is actually kind of fun though. Sanding the edges. Mm. Mm. What you doing?
Let's get this piece off.
does actually.
Or the strap.
No, we can't do the strap. The strap's really short, I guess.
Here, maybe we can just make the flap. Sometimes country western flaps are a little like fun shape, you know. By the way, if we're ever gonna do like a little front pocket on the front of this, we have to sew it on before we ever sew the purse together because it's
Right,
way too hard to
makes
do that,
sense.
you know. Order wise. So wait, so she beveled or she sanded and then she beveled and then afterwards she does this thing with the Tokonol, and then somewhere in there she paints the edges if she wants to paint them. But that's always optional, is what I've come to realize. Yeah, I've been using it as a little glue thing. That's the glue spreader.
Where we have our dimensions.
That's the glue spreader.
Okay, so do we want to expand the gusset by an inch and see what happens?
Yeah, let's do it.
But I'm like, okay, how does that affect our front and back pieces? Do we need to?
No, they stay the same size if you do that.
They do?
Yeah. The only thing is like when I was trying to get everything level.
Yeah, you're right, because the only thing that would change it is the length of the gusset. What are you saying?
The only thing about that is I was kind of having trouble with the front and back pieces being the right size with because the way I'm bending it, and I don't know if that's just because I cut them bad or like what was going on. So, because I don't know.
What, you wish they were bigger?
They just like didn't line up properly, and I had to like recut them. And like obviously this isn't correct because like this is uneven how it sits here. You know what I mean? Like when you look at the other one, it's so even, like how the edges sit along this, but also that part of that is the sewing sucks at places.
I think we should just go up a ½ inch.
Okay. Well, we need to finish this one first. Can we at least make a front flap for this one and try to use the hole punch and see if we can screw it?
Alright, well then we need to figure out a front flap dimension. I wish we had a freaking printer.
We do, just not a 3D printer.
No ink.
Okay, so I did that, so we should maybe be able to bevel it now. Maybe, if that beveler doesn't suck. I sanded the edges.
Okay, we can try to bevel it. Where is it? Oh, your lamp. You wanna try it first or me? Can I see it before you do?
You see how much better that looks on already?
Yeah.
It's just like, how do you do this?
I'm gonna sign into your chat GTP on here.
Okay.
Oh, you already signed in. Good. Okay, I am trying to
Yeah, this is not gonna work.
create the
This
front
isn't gonna work. I just
flap
like, we're not beveling this time.
for
on this
okay,
one.
then
But
we
I
just
do
can't
wanna
bevel
paint the
yet.
edge with Tokonol and do what this is, cause you're supposed to do that, and I'm just interested what it'll look like once we do that.
And crafting, which is based on model.
Maybe quite
What is the
mini,
model called?
mini tote, or it wasn't a tote, it's a mini
messenger.
satchel, mini satchel or something like that. Look at wanna try to paint these edges of chocolate and see if it does anything when I do that. Cause people always say to do that, I'm like, okay. To burnish them, that's what it is. It's to burnish the edges, like a chemical, essentially. No, not burnish. Is it? Okay, I don't know what the fuck is this stuff. Okay, I'm scared.
Potentially some. We can find out.
This is interesting.
Okay.
So I've seen people do this. And then like take this stuff. And like. Am I supposed to let this stuff dry first? Oh, I see.
What do you see?
This is like a chemical that like burns the edge, essentially, so it looks interesting. So you have to use it more sparingly than I just used it. Cause it just kinda got everywhere
Whoops.
when I did that. So you can see what it is if you want.
How far down do you want this flap? 2/3. I just checked that other one and it's 3/4. Over there.
Let me look.
I checked.
I know, but let me look so I can give you a better estimate of what I think.
Well, I'm the one that's in charge.
I think this is about right, honestly.
So 3/4?
Yeah. So this actually like burns the edges a little and seals them. Look, I did too much, so now it's all over the place, but you can see.
Nice.
It like gives it like a closed look, you know what I mean? But you have to be really careful with it because it gets everywhere. It's just a chemical.
Can I get us some stuff?
This is a Japanese chemical that everybody uses called Tokonal for the edges.
How do we want the flap style? Rounded corners, tapered, straight across.
By the way, I did
That'd be tapered,
write
right?
a little round thing. I was thinking we'd do something country western with it, like not just round. Like I kind of want us to do.
Yeah, but we're not this person,
Yeah,
obviously.
you can just do.
What do you want? Round corners, tapered, straight across. Straight's probably the easiest for
It's
us
probably
to
the easiest. But
do right now. So
Yeah, let's just do
do
straight.
that.
I bought the thing to help us round the edges with a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that should be here tomorrow. This really doesn't take a lot. I really want to go.
The
to
closure type, magnetic snap, buckle, button stud, tuck lock.
It's gonna be. Well, we don't have a thing to close it yet. That's like the front little clasp thing. You
What
know
did
what I'm
we just
saying?
get?
Screws. We got screws because we're doing this as a DUI thing. Normally, when people make these pieces, they make this piece ultra long, okay, and then they fold it over the front, the back. They make the back ultra long and it folds over the front, like a little thing. We can't do that because the back, this front flap is going to be customizable.
Okay, so you're just saying we
They're
got
the
the screw to
screws.
attach the flap.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
we don't have a buckle. I
No,
get it,
we don't
I get
have a
it.
buckle.
Alright.
But but we eventually will need, yes, like a standard buckle on the front to,
Oh,
Black
so what
pieces.
should I say our closure type is then? Nothing?
no.
I'll just say not available. Do you want stitching holes or rivet holes marked on the flat mock-up?
Yeah, we're gonna have holes
So-
all down
so
it to
rivet
attach
holes,
it,
right?
yeah.
All down it to attach it?
Yes, there's like 6 on the one we have.
Rivet holes to attach
The top flap to the bottom of the purse.
flat. Leather thickness you're using for the flat. 4 millimeters,
Yes.
or 4 ounces, right? They call it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let's see if this thing's. Wait a second.
Like that's what happens when I put the token on the edge.
What's the width of this whole thing? Let's see if it even got this right.
Look. Look at that. I'm really excited to go to the Ren Fair this year, baby, because I really do want to look at all the leather work. People have incredible leather work at the Ren Fair, and I never really gave much mind to it before, you know? Girl has the medieval hobby. Okay, can we turn some light in here? See, it makes the edges so shiny.
You want the rounded or bottom corners? Like, you want to just straight across flat, or do you want it like rounded on the corners?
I want it rounded, but right now we don't have the tool really to do that really well.
Well, it's gonna print. We're gonna print something off,
Oh,
and then we'll. I'm trying to decide how to make that work, but I mean we can honestly like cut around.
round, yeah.
It's just gonna be paper, so.
Well, honestly, like we can just do that without the printed thing, because
Well, we can print it because I just thought
you
about it. There's
can
enough
print
ink
it
to print.
as you can print it as an exact square, and then I have the little tools that you just use as stamps essentially at the edges. You know what I'm saying? To round them. So you can literally
Yeah.
we can cut out a square piece. We don't have to cut out the rounds. And then the stamps, we can use the stamps to round the corners for us. You know what I mean? Perfectly each time. It doesn't need to be. The template doesn't need to be round is what I'm telling you, because I have stamps to make the edges round. Like we can just cut the template a square and then whenever we want
What's
to
the
round
height
them.
on this thing? Let me see the height.
perfect, but it basically darkens the edges. Look, it's like a chemical reaction.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, so let's see. We probably don't need. How many rivets do you think we need across?
That other one I have has probably like 6, I'd say.
Okay, this mock-up has
I'll look.
8.
I'll look for you. Maybe it is 8, honestly. Cause like you have to understand like the rivets keeping the top flap in place is not traditional for a purse design,
Yeah,
and you do need to keep it really well secured. So you do have to have quite a bit. You know,
I'm looking.
traditionally it's just built into the purse that the top flap is there, and then you don't want the top flap to fall off.
They have 6.
And also when we're doing the inside, Nate, where we have to do the lining, I know what we have to do. When we first cut out these pieces, like we have to just like sew that onto the other
Before.
side, like as a square, you know? Okay, well I put the stuff on the edges. It's interesting. I didn't get it perfect, but it looks a little better than it did before in the first draft. Which I think every draft just looks a little bit better until they're finally good. You know what I mean? I do wonder if we should have it like this shape, small, or if we should do like a different type of bottom for these. This was a pretty good sew. This was our best sew.
Yeah, it's good so baby.
I think it needs to be closer to the edges though. Honestly, based off of what the other ones look like. We need to get better at getting it straight. That straight edge thing might help us. That we ordered. Maybe. Who's gonna wash her hands? She's got that chemical on it. Oh, is today national, what's today? Today's National Tequila Day, baby. Chewy's and them might be having deals and stuff.
We're not drinking.
Oh, right.
And they don't have deals. Pathetic.
That's so lame. That's the whole point of the day. Literally the point of the day is for restaurants to have deals. Like $3 margaritas at Chewy's, come on.
Oh my god.
Okay, this is my condition on the drinking thing. If there are $3 marks at Chewy's, we're going.
Alright.
Which is a high and likely. Good. I'm gonna check.
Wait, so this can't print unless I'm plugged into it?
Yes, correct. Because I got the cheapest printer. Probably it. It's very old school. Chewy's.
plugged in. It's not 8 inches.
Yeah, their deals suck.
It's 8 inches wide. I think. Is it even 8 inches wide? That looks smaller than 8 inches to me. There's no deal.
It's $5 kilo shots. I'm like, isn't that how much they normally cost?
$5 tequila shots?
Yeah, that's ridiculous, right?
Jeez.
Ridiculous. Is that a deal that's supposed to get people out there? Making no money on that deal.
Okay. This should be it. Please be ready.
Wait a second, hold on.
What? This is about the Chewy's thing still?
No. Today, all day long at Chick-fil-A, all mobile drive-thru orders will randomly receive one of our Be Our Guest cards with their order. They're also giving out 10 broken mobile order a cookie and get like a free whole meal, because they're like whole meals you get for free.
Okay. Alright. So this is our how does that make sense, dude? Okay. So
Because it thinks that you're doing what we talked about.
what do
You
you mean?
understand?
What?
It thinks that this is about to fold over here, and this is the back piece.
No, it thinks we're attaching here. I'm not even mad. It thinks we're attaching here. It's taking into account that there's this deep pocket, like this width here. So that's probably over here. Oh, that's a little long. actually. That was the length of this was the length of the other one. But the other one has a more built-in rigidity to this part of it. You know what I'm saying? Whereas this is just like,
Well, part of that's being the lining, and part of it's probably the type of leather we're using. There's leather that is thicker than this. This is just like or like less. This is like a veg tan leather, and the type of treating that they do on the leather apparently determines how rigid it can be. You know what I mean?
well, I don't know then, this is way too long, we can change it again.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't wanna cut it out and it'd be too long.
I think it's a little long. That's like,
Is that too far back?
yeah, that's too far back.
You sure?
Yeah,
See? Like here? What do you want?
yeah.
See, this should be. It just so floppy, you know.
Cause it's like not that big on the other one. Like
Maybe this one. I printed this one.
that seems more right to me. That really seems a lot more right.
Alright, let's just do that one then. Okay, but we still need to I'm like trying to decide, can I just cut around this? Or will that not be nearly
You can
precise
probably do a
enough?
square around it, and then I can get the edges somewhat like that without. Eventually, I have the thing to do it, but I don't have it today.
It's like tracing, but with a
Mm-hmm.
God damn it. Whatever, dude. It's just out of here, possibly. Yes, they might. They might be able to. That dang, it's so close. Yeah, I think we can use this piece. That's good. Optimizing efficiency. Let's go.
It's more about creativity.
Not really.
I don't know if we want it to look exactly like the same cuts, essentially. I think we need to change some stuff a little and make the dimensions different and kind of our own unique design, you know, that works. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm talking about.
But this is all just practice, right?
Correct.
So we will be changing things up from here? Like, we're not gonna make it.
I was just saying I'm going to use this scrap cutter. That's what I was talking about.
No, I wasn't talking at all. I literally didn't even hear what you said. I'm just saying in general. Like, I don't want us to be using a very, very similar design. Like, it needs to be something a little unique to us. You know what I mean?
Okay.
As the purse.
So you can do that rounded thing you said?
Yeah, I don't have the stamps yet, but I can just round the corners with my skill right now.
What?
The stamps are coming in the mail. I ordered them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ordered the stamps, so they should be here like tomorrow. Oh. How's that even possible? have the hole punch.
This didn't move. Of course. Okay. So this is gonna be a couple of unfortunate things about this, but whatever. Did this turn out to literally be the same dimensions as the original flat? I just realized I think they are.
Maybe.
Whatever. That's just what we decided on now. I cut it out from that, so. It's gonna end up being way too short. So you wanted to attach it like right there.
That looks good.
It's a little short,
It's
but.
a little short. Not horrible though. Not as bad as the first time. Okay, so I've been doing this now where I like take it and
On the line, yeah. Oh, you're doing the rounded corner that way. Interesting.
almost would I do it without a hole punch? Or without a punch pull?
I thought you were doing something else first. Let's see. Why does Twitch always say? Always say one viewer. There you go.
Because it's you, probably.
That's what it says. But the thing is, whenever I just had my phone, it still said one viewer. And it sometimes when I start it says no viewers. So
Do you want to try to bevel these edges, Nate? On this one? Because it's thinner. Before we put it on?
huh? What?
Do you want to try to bevel these edges?
Bevel them? Oh yeah, sure. I mean, does it make sense to bevel those edges?
Yes.
Like what are we beveling for? I just don't get it.
It's to make the edges look nice.
Okay.
That's all I really know, but I know everybody does it, so there has to be some reason. You know?
Did you do the rounded corner on that side too?
Yes. Not on these sides, on this. This one turned out kind of rough over here. Which is why I'm sanding it right now. Okay, I'm gonna try doing this, baby. Okay, I don't even know. I'm not even worried about it right now.
What, the bevel thing? You tried it and it
Yeah,
doesn't
it
work?
doesn't look that bad for me rounding that right now without a stamp. What do you think? Okay, let's do the hole punch. Do you have a rubber mallet?
Yeah. Where's the bevel? This? So weird. It just doesn't really do shit.
I don't know what it's supposed to do. Okay, baby, let's do the hole punch. How big do we want the holes? I have screws of all different sizes. Where's the mallet?
Pick what you think. I don't know about that.
You don't have a rubber mallet? I thought you did.
It's in the garage somewhere. Oh boy. I just really effed this up. Badly.
Maybe.
Damn it, dude. Yeah, check in there. Yeah, that's unfortunate, babe. I pretty much just ruined this flap. Sorry.
Are you kidding me?
No. I'm gonna try my best to salvage it, but
You know, we're living some people's.
brother, what the hell?
Baby, please. On camera?
I don't care. Nobody's watching.
It's fine. It's a little short.
No, I just took off another ½ inch, basically. This is a waste.
No, it's
And
not.
I got to use that scrap too, and now it's a waste.
It's fine. It's a little short. It's not.
It's very short now. It's very, very
It's
short.
not a finished product. It doesn't matter. It's very short.
You're gonna have to redo your rounded edge.
That's fine. I don't care. Could you look for that rubber mallet when you get the chance? I can't find where you put it. You know, we're living some people's dream right now. There's some people working a 9 to 5 out there whose hobby is leather working, and they would kill to be in this position of doing it all day.
I agree. Okay, whatever. You might want to re-round the edge. I think it's gonna be super thin now. Not gonna really make sense anymore, but.
Well, I don't want to
My
do
bad.
some more piece right now,
Okay, what do you need? The rubber mallet? You couldn't find it?
so. Yeah, that's what I need. Just sanding this edge. We're learning how to do this, guys, so if anybody's out there watching, just know we are not experts. We are literally making our second tag ever, and our first one sucked. But that's expected.
Oh no, that's not good, Dave. We had it.
Okay.
We definitely had it. Pretty annoying. Used it less than 2 weeks ago. What the heck?
How's it look?
Yeah, I don't see nothing, dude.
We need it.
I don't see nothing. You know, we should probably be streaming this on YouTube.
You know what I just realized too is when we do
Because
this
that
back
won't
piece,
delete our videos.
when we do this back piece, we're gonna have to like fold this flat back, or we're gonna have to do it beforehand.
Huh?
We have to hole punch these.
Oh.
So if I do it here, it's gonna hole punch 2 spots. I have to like
Okay,
fold
well
this
then.
back. But the only reason I can do that is because the shape's a little off, honestly. Like in the future, we're gonna have to hole punch.
Okay, do you want to use this thing that had the punches on it so you can get the right.
Well, this is no longer the same size.
What are you punching in there or here? Or
Both. How are they supposed to stay together? But this, in general, the only reason this would work right now is because this is slightly off. But I'm just saying in the future, when we make these,
This isn't even remotely close.
it doesn't matter. This is a rough draft. But, Nate, in the future, this is so we learn shit like what I'm about to tell you. This is the important
You
thing.
do it beforehand.
Yeah, you have to do that before you sew anything. You know what I mean?
Okay, I need the mallet. Where's the darn mallet?
Are you okay? Yes.
Yes, what?
No, we mean. I'm just doing my best in here.
Like, where did it go? We just had it. It was used within a week. Underneath the mower. Underneath the mower.
Okay, so.
Send me up.
Nope. Baby, I need these to be even, is the thing.
Well, you stood away.
Yeah, where's the ruler?
Mark them with like a Sharpie or something.
Oh wait, red on red probably won't be visible.
This is 8 inches across. So how many are we gonna do? 1, 2.
Maybe 5 now. I was gonna do 6, but
Let's do
unfortunately
6.
my flap got very short.
I know, but let's still do 6. 1, 2.
How did this happen?
1, 2, 3. Figuring out how I do this really quick. I feel like every inch and a half.
Yeah, because if I do YouTube,
3.
like I forgot YouTube has streaming. Like if I do YouTube, then the archive will be for forever, I think. Twitch like gets rid of this after a week. I'm pretty sure it's how it works. Let me see. If you stream on YouTube, does it have archive the video?
Okay, that's right. Okay, so this needs to be at every 1.25 inches. Where's the whole bunch?
Stream on YouTube, does it save your archive? Then there does it archive the video. Yeah, we should be doing this on YouTube because, okay, what about Twitch? I think Twitch does not have the bandwidth. I don't know why I didn't think about this. That YouTube has this. Store past broadcasts. Future live streams will automatically be saved. VODs are kept up to 60 days. VODs are removed after 7 days.
Okay, we're gonna do 5
Yeah.
whole bunch. You're right, because it seems like a stretch to do 6 on this.
Alright. Yeah, we're switching to YouTube. Sorry, Twitch.
Where's the mallet? I need a mallet. Can I have it? I just need to put this on something that it doesn't break our table. Did you do it?
It Do it good.
Yeah. Cool, I'm just doing 5 by the way. Because when I put a 6 one, it made it uneven. Okay. Who thinks it's fun?
Okay.
Okay, so got 5 hole punches, 1.25 inches apart.
Go live. Okay. Yeah, we're done with Twitch. Thanks a lot, Twitch. You suck. We just need to get those videos that we just